Welcome back. In part one, we covered the development process, the app structure, the UI, and authentication. In this video, we get into the intelligent parts of Jarvis, the agentic loop, the tool system, memory, and streaming responses. This is the section where it stops being a chat interface and starts being an actual AI agent. Most people's experience with AI is transactional. You type a question, it gives an answer. That's it. An AI agent is different. It has a goal, a set of tools, and the judgment to decide which tools to use and when to use them to accomplish that goal. Here's a concrete example. I ask Jarvis, "Do I have anything urgent in my email today?" A standard AI would say, "I don't have access to your email, but here's how you could check." Useless. Jarvis does something different. It decides to use the Gmail tool, reads the last 48 hours of unread messages, looks for anything flagged urgent, and comes back with a summary. It made a decision, used a tool, processed the result, and gave me an answer grounded in real data. That loop, decide, act, observe, respond, is the agentic loop. In our codebase, this lives in a file called agent.js. When you send a message, the server sends it to Claude along with a list of available tools. Claude looks at your message and decides, can I answer this from my own knowledge or do I need to use a tool? If it needs a tool, it tells our server which tool to run and with what parameters. Our server runs that tool, literally calling the Gmail API or the Tavily Search API, and sends the result back to Claude. Claude processes it and either answers or decides it needs another tool. This loop repeats until Claude has everything it needs to give you a complete answer. Web search lets Jarvis search the internet in real time. This means Claude's knowledge cutoff doesn't matter for practical questions. Gmail lets Jarvis read email, draft replies, summarize threads. Memory lets Jarvis save facts to a persistent memory table. When you say Jarvis, remember that my biggest client is Acme and they hate being called before 10 a.m. It saves that. Every future conversation has that context available. Every AI conversation is, by default, stateless. The model doesn't remember you. Each session starts blank. Jarvis solves this with a memory table in the database. At the start of every conversation, all your saved memories are loaded into the system prompt. Over time, this is what makes Jarvis feel like your assistant rather than a generic one. Early in development, Jarvis felt sluggish. You'd type a question, stare at a blank bubble for 4 to 6 seconds, and then the full response would appear all at once. We fixed this with streaming. Now the server starts sending Jarvis's response the moment the first word is generated. The first word now appears in under a second. It feels like watching someone think out loud. Phase 5 is next, version control. This is how we save our work, protect against disasters, and trigger the deployment to production. It's 3 commands. You'll use them every single day once you understand them. See you there.